This is your primetime forecast from Dr. Don's Weather. A huge thank you to our amazing partners who help make it all possible: the Randolph County Commission, East Alabama Waste, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Salem Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. Broadcasting from the Alpha Weather Center and powered by N&W Locks, Fincher Fence, Estate Masters, Boone Docks Barbecue and Creamery, Southern Union State Community College, and the venue at 5 Points Farms, here's Dr. Don.
Well, in the words of Maureen McGovern from the 1972 theme, the movie Poseidon Adventure, there's got to be a morning after. And yes, indeed, there is. Welcome to your beautiful Sunday morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. This is your primetime forecast for March 16th, 2025. And I was not going to do a primetime forecast for today because we didn't wrap things up until, well, actually, I didn't get into bed until about 4 a.m. this morning. But looking at Facebook and YouTube this morning, I got to be with you guys today because you're absolutely amazing. Our last broadcast last night had right at 200,000 views. And to put that into perspective, folks, typically when we do a live broadcast during severe weather, we're around 20 to 30, maybe 40,000 views. We've hit 50 or 60 a time or two. But in the 6-year history of doing Dr. Don's Weather, we have never come close to the numbers we racked up last night at 200,000 views. And that was just on our last segment. The previous or earlier segments in the day yesterday all were right at 100,000. Absolutely amazing numbers, and I thank you so much. And you guys made it happen because you were sharing it with your friends and asking your friends to share with their friends. We had over 400 shares at one point last night, and that's part of what we do. You were a hero last night. You know, God put me in place to give you information to help you protect yourself. It is nothing I do. I'm put here for a reason. But the fact that you guys were listening, you shared us with your friends, you got the word out. That's what makes all of this work. And of course, the folks who support us, such as Stevens Home Furniture, and all the folks that support us here at Dr. Don's Weather, they make it happen as well. So this is a team effort. It takes you, it takes our supporters, and the good Lord above. We got through it last night. So let's talk about some weather today. Today is the morning after. It is absolutely gorgeous out there across East Alabama and West Georgia, and it's going to continue for most of the week. We'll have beautiful weather for you for the remainder of the week, and we're going to get into the details in just a few moments. But let me tell you something. You guys, you have no idea how blessed we are across portions of East Alabama and West Georgia. There was a total, so far, the death toll is at 32. Now, that includes Missouri, Arkansas, Kansas, Mississippi. I'm not aware of deaths in Alabama, but the cleanup continues this morning. There were over 250 tornado warnings issued in the last 48 hours across the southeast, and we have a potential total of 16 tornado tracks across Alabama alone. One of those tornado tracks is from Jackson Gap, Alabama, to the intersection of Highway 22 and 77 in Randolph County. That tornado lifted right there at the intersection just north of Abanda at 77 and 22. That's just how close we came to having a repeat performance of the March 25th tornado 4 years ago. So we are blessed this morning. We are thankful this morning, and kudos to the National Weather Service. Kudos to the Storm Prediction Center. Their forecast was spot on. I know that a lot of times when we have a threat of severe weather and it doesn't happen, We have those folks that complain, which I've never understood that. But if you think the forecast didn't verify this time, then you would be badly mistaken. The forecasters were spot on. And the poor folks at the National Weather Service in Birmingham, there at the Shelby County Airport, literally had to go into their safe place and abandon their post last night with that tornado that came through the Montevallo, Calera area, which there's a lot of damage over there too, by the way. And Atlanta had to take over operations for Birmingham there for about 15 minutes last night. Some scary stuff, but we made it through it, and we are awfully blessed across East Alabama and West Georgia. The National Weather Service will be surveying that tornado track from Jackson Gap up to literally the Wadley town limit sign. They're also going to be looking at a tornado track in Chambers County. That tornado that came up through southern Chambers just to the west of Casita and crossed over Highway 50. They're going to be looking at that and several other potential tornadoes over the next 24 to 48 hours. Man, that was an amazing situation last night, and I'm just humbled this morning at the participation from all of you folks across Alabama and Georgia. Let's get into your weather. Look at that. We've got 4 blue sky type headlines for you this morning. That's good. Cold air does arrive tonight, so we're going to go back into the 30s, and there's a slight chance we could have some wraparound moisture, but it'll be like a drizzle, maybe a light shower this evening. And we go back to full-blown sunshine on your Monday. Mild start to the week as temperatures climb toward the 70s. Midweek, we'll see a trough that will bring rain chances, but severe weather is unlikely. I don't think we're going to have to deal with severe on Wednesday night into Thursday. And then we've got a dry weekend ahead for you next weekend, and then another round of rain next week. Now, that one bears watching. I hope that we don't have to deal with last night again for a very, very long time. But we are still early in the spring severe weather season, so understand, we're not done with severe weather threats for this season. And probably maybe Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, 1 week from tomorrow, we are going to have to watch for the possibility of more strong storms across Alabama and Georgia. Current conditions, we have 67 degrees outside. It feels like 76. Wind out of the southwest at 2, gusting to 3. The humidity level at 97%. The barometric pressure, 29.95. Dew point, 55. Since midnight, just a little bit less than a quarter of an inch of rain, and our rain gauge in 5 points. High temperature yesterday, and that's what helped fuel all of this. 78 degrees was the high. We have mostly sunny skies out there right now. Sunrise this morning was at 6:54, and the sun sets this evening at 6:49 p.m. Here's your 6-day forecast from the Alpha Weather Center. Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent. Mostly sunny. 70 will be the high today, down to 38 tonight, upper 30s. On Monday, sunshine, 61. Look at that warm-up. Tuesday, sunny, 72. 74 on Wednesday with plentiful sunshine. 56 on Thursday. So we will cool off with that rain that moves through on Wednesday night. We're going to lose about 20 degrees for your daytime high on Thursday. Down into the mid-30s on Thursday night. And then on Friday, sunny skies, and that is inverted. We'll make it to 71 on Friday and 41 for your overnight low on Friday night. Southern Union State Community College Live Doppler HD radar. That's what's left of the storm system that rolled through last night. We've got showers and thunderstorms now from coastal North Carolina back down through South Carolina, Georgia, and into north central Florida. A couple of severe thunderstorm warnings out there, but no tornado warnings. We'll be watching that today. There could be some strong storms down in Florida and also along the coastal regions of South Carolina and North Carolina. Folks, I want to, if I got a little bit irritated and sideways during our broadcast last night, I want to apologize to you if you felt like I was focusing that on you. That was certainly not my intention. That was and most of you don't know this, but I'm originally from East Alabama and West Georgia. I got lots of family and lots of friends that still live in that area. And that got pretty intense last night because it was just 4 years ago on March 25th of this month that we had a tornado that took almost the exact same track as that one was taking last night. And that thing was headed for my children's house and all of my friends and family that still live in Randolph and Chambers and all across East Alabama and West Georgia. So that was pretty intense there for about 15 or 20 minutes, and it got to me that I was trying to save lives along that potential track of that tornado, and folks were complaining because I wasn't talking about their particular location that was different from the area I was talking about, and I'm sorry if I came across being a little irritated. But honestly, I was. During severe weather events like that, when we have a life-threatening situation underway, that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to talk about other communities in that moment if there's no severe weather threatening those communities. I'm going to stick with where the absolute worst weather is occurring. And then if it happens in your town, you're going to expect me to do the exact same thing for you, and I will. I'll promise you that. So if I offended anyone last night, I am deeply sorry for that. That was not my intent, and I'll try to keep my composure a little better next time. Hopefully there won't be a next time, but odds are there probably will. Again, folks, if you can support us, we ask that you please consider that. A lot of you did last night, and from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. You have no idea what that means to us to be able to continue to do this, upgrade our equipment, the subscriptions we have to pay for. We're about to go fiber internet. That's going to be extremely expensive. So thank you to those of you who have already very generously given to Dr. Don's Weather. And if you hadn't and you'd like to, then those are your options right there on the screen. PayPal's the quickest and easiest. Then there, of course, is Cash App, Venmo, and then you can head over to the weather store and purchase a Dr. Don T-shirt, hoodie, baseball cap, coffee cup. Part of those proceeds come back to support us. And there's also a T-shirt design out there on Facebook. It's What About? And then it's got a map of the state of Alabama, and it says Dr. Don's Weather at the bottom of it. An individual is doing that, and part of those proceeds are going to be donated back to Dr. Don's Weather. I greatly appreciate that effort. That's pretty cool stuff, and you guys have just, I'm humbled this morning at the support that you are showing Dr. Don's Weather. This has been a long adventure. We've been working on this a long time, and I think after last night, we are finally where we want to be, and that's all because of you guys. I love you, and I thank you for that. So that'll do it for today's weather forecast. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I'll see you back in here first thing Monday morning for another edition of your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's Weather.
That's a wrap on your primetime forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia. Broadcasting from the Alpha Weather Center and powered by N&W Locks, Fincher Fence, Estate Masters, Southern Union State Community College, the venue at 5 Points Farms, and Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery. Dr. Don's Weather is proudly supported by the Randolph County Commission, East Alabama Waste, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, the Salem Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, share us with your friends, and subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather on YouTube. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning for another edition of your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's Weather.